What is up, guys? It's Quicksilver, and man, let me see, I am pretty psyched today because I am not building on our wood farm anymore. Just going to do some cool stuff today, some aesthetic kind of builds. Haven't done anything like that in a little while, and I've got some cool ideas for what I want to do. But before we dive into that, I did want to show you some stuff. I guess a couple of things. First of all, I've done a little bit of terraforming around here, just kind of filling in. This was kind of a big dip down here in the land that was kind of making it a pain in the butt to get over there. So I think I have fixed that a little bit. So it's a little nicer. I may still do some more with it, but we'll kind of see what unfolds. And the second thing is, boom, there it is, guys. That is a full wood farm for you. That is a thing of beauty. A couple of things that I've noticed about the design that you may have already noticed too. The way that Mumbo's tutorial worked on this thing is it did go ahead and built this thing all the way up to 7 blocks high. I suppose it's possible maybe that a tree does get that tall, and it looks like these guys are up this high at least already here. But for the most part, and I did actually find one timing that I had off on the piston pusher, so I'm wondering if maybe that's why these aren't doing that now. But right here, I don't know if you'd need all these pistons. It may just be a just in case thing. So in any case, there you have it. I've gone ahead with all of them. And just to kind of run through this for you really fast, what you are looking at right there is 144 trees. So they are 4 blocks high, 144 total of those things. So what we're looking at with this wood farm, right in front of us right here is 576 logs. That is 9 stacks of logs, which is a disgusting amount, which works down to, actually did the math on it, it's 2,304 wood planks and 9,216 sticks. So yeah, I'm going to say this is a little bit of an extreme wood farm, so I'm really psyched about that. But as I mentioned before, I think it looks okay, but it needs to have, I think, a proper exterior put on it, and I've got some ideas for it. I want to keep it kind of looking tree-like or whatever, so I've got some thoughts with maybe using leaves for some of the walls, as well as some more of these stone bricks, and maybe, since we have so many of them, some of these logs. So anyway, that is thing one. Thing two, I wanted to show you in here, when we were working on this, there was a full block right here, which it did a nice job of hiding all the junk back there so that you didn't see it. But what I didn't like about it was we had a whole lot of trees, you may recall if you watched my last video, that were getting stuck in here, and by pushing this thing up here, or by popping that block out and coming all the way right up here when I'm using the wood farm, pretty much every sapling that drops down here I'm able to pick up. It just pops into my inventory, which is really handy. So if you're building this, go ahead and knock that block out as well. It doesn't seem like it hurts anything, and I was able to run right in here and had no problems whatsoever. So that is that. I've kind of cleaned up the front of this bit a little bit, just kind of in preparation for the build. I kind of like the way that looks. Maybe we'll try and do something cool with that on the inside, but whatever shape this building ends up taking, I want to make sure that we enclose this area as well, and we have a few things to take into consideration. Number one is the walls probably need to be, I'll probably have to tear out some more of this dirt here, because I want to make sure that I've got plenty of room to run around outside of this wood, as well as getting around to the back of this thing as well. I'm going to enclose the whole shooting match, so when you're on the outside you shouldn't see any of this stuff, and I'm thinking I will throw a door here, and I'll throw a door here as well, so that when we come into this thing we'll have our when we come in, we'll have an option to turn left and walk down a hallway here to chop all that stuff up, or we can go straight ahead to use the farm, and then we'll have our little doorway here to give us some access to the redstone back here and underneath it if we need it. So that is just kind of the general overview thoughts. A couple of little changes that I made to this thing. Back in here, I moved this redstone actually down a block. If you watched this before, if you were my last video, I guess, you'll know that this redstone that's right here was on the same level as this, so it ran straight down here, and then there was a block in here where this torch is, and I had a redstone repeater that was feeding into it so that we could send our signal. Actually, no, I think the redstone may have just gone straight into this block right here, so that we pick the signal up here, and that's how we can control the dispenser that kicks out our bone meal. One of the things that I noticed was I kept coming back in here and I kept finding all sorts of saplings in here, and the reason for that is right here. I'll go ahead and just pop that out. This hole right here, this is where our wood from the actual farm gets shoved over, and this is our first set of pistons right here that shoves them down so we can get them into the big block. and there were when you make the trees, there were a lot of leaves that were in here that were getting shoved out of the way, and so when they would break, if they happened to drop a sapling, it would fall right down this little wooden chute and it would land on top of our redstone. Doesn't hurt the performance of the farm, but it made it a pain in the ass to get all up our saplings. So by simply placing another hopper here, that one's then catching any saplings that it picks up, sending them through the system and into this chest right here. So after using that farm, I have 64 oak saplings there, 65 in here, so we actually came out ahead of the game with what we planted. So that means this thing is 100% sustainable. We should never have to worry about running out of trees. So what else do I want to tell you about this thing? There's really not a lot more to tell you. I guess when we're doing our aesthetic build for this thing, there's two other areas that I need to make sure that I'm aware of, and one is we need to put a floor of some sort in here and light it up. So I'm going to use glowstone for that, so that we can make sure that we when there are no trees in there, we don't have mobs spawning in there. And then the other thing that we have to take into consideration is the top of this sucker. Right now, if I were to run over here and hop up here, if I hit F3 right here, our light level is 4, 3, 2, 1. We're 0 light level right here, so mobs can spawn all over the top of this sucker. Really, yeah, the entire thing here. So I'm going to want to make sure that whatever ceiling I put in here, we want to make sure we've got some glowstone in that sucker, so we light up the inside of the farm as well, from the top as well as the bottom. That way we shouldn't be able to get any mobs spawning in here, whether there's logs in there or not. I have done a little preparation for this thing. I've gone ahead, I went down into the nether and I grabbed a bunch of glowstone, so we've got 49 of those. I've been shearing some sheep for some purple wool for some of the things that I'm wanting to do with that, and I probably need to get a whole bunch of this other stuff out of here. I've got some sticky pistons in here and all that. I want to actually make a bunch of dispensers I'm just going to use for decorative purposes, but need to do that. I need to get a whole ton of leaves put in place as well, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tear down for once and for all my old tree farm here, get rid of my fapping slimes that are over here. But yeah, so I will tear off all the leaves, or the leaf blocks, I guess, from the old farm and rip this out of here. Gotta be honest, guys, it's gonna look really weird with this not in here. This has been like a feature in the base since day one, so I may tear it out, see what it looks like, and if it's driving me nuts, I may replant it just so that we've got some big trees there. I don't know, we'll see. We'll kind of see what feels right here as we're tearing things up. Okay guys, I have removed the old tree farm and I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Feels like there may be something missing, but I might be able to fill it in with just a couple more trees and just kind of beautifying the area there. So, but that's not really what we want to look at today. Today we are building. So I guess the first thing to let you know, that's where I killed a spider a couple seconds ago. I've gone ahead, I've gathered a bunch of building materials. As you can see, I got a bunch of leaves, a bunch of oak wood. So I guess let's get this party started, right? I'm going to go ahead and throw down some of these materials I'm going to be using. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this thing's going to work out, but we will figure it out, right? We're going to build it together. Like I said, I think I want to have a 3-block wide walkway here, so this would be my wall. So I think because of what I'm wanting to do, this is going to be my outer wall right here. So alright, let's see if we can't figure this out. I'm going to want to have a 3-block wide entrance here. And I may do some funky stuff here, we'll see on that. But I think I'm going to start with that. Then 1, 2, 3 blocks over. Oop, I'm going to need to get some dirt, guys. Do a little bit of backfilling in here. I'll worry about doing some terraforming later to make sure that everything looks good. Let's figure out the corners here first. So then if I want to walkway 3 wide, 1, 2, this is the other part right here. So that's going to be my outside corner there. Now if I'm lucky, oh, and I'm not lucky. Alright, we're going to make our outside corner a little bit wider out. Because I think what I'm wanting to do is I want to have 3 blocks that I've built on. So we'll call that our outside wall. So every 3 blocks, I want to make like a column sort of a deal here. So that is how we're going to do that. Then, yeah, I'm going to have to do a lot of terraforming. Helps to use the right tool for the job there. I'm just going to go ahead and tear through here for right now, but alrighty. You know, I'll do that a little later. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I'm doing, because I'm probably going to build some of this stuff off camera here. So there is that. Now I think I want to go ahead and throw something like that guy in there. Then let's go ahead and get our logs out. Ooh, actually, you know what? I can't believe I almost forgot. May have to do a little experimenting here, but you know, that's kind of how things shape up. I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to throw dispensers on the bottom of this thing, just because they look pretty cool when they're facing the right direction. At least with these blocks in my texture pack, I think they look pretty good. Just add kind of a temple-y sort of a feel to this thing. We'll call it the wood temple, maybe. I don't know, something funky like that. And get that guy out. You have a lot of terraforming to do, man, to make this look like it belongs. But yeah, I think that's gonna work for us here. Alright, now before I start building up, I think I want to actually make big old wood columns here. I wonder if I'm gonna need any of these guys. Alright, that guy's gonna go there. That guy's gonna go there. Let's get this guy out here. Let's grab these guys. Just all sorts of craziness going on, right? Yeah, that's gonna give kind of a cool shape. Should look pretty good as well. Not sure I like how those are intersecting there. I'll tell you what, let's do it this way. Let's see if we can't place it on that. Nope. We have to place it on the corner here on this wall. Yeah, that looks a little better. May want to do the same thing up top. Come on now. Work with me. There we go. Yeah, I am going to do the same thing up top there. I think that's going to look pretty cool. So, alright. Once we get this down, it should just be a matter of replicating it, but I want to have... Well, that ain't right. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and fake it. We'll fake the sucker out. That's how we're going to make it do what we want it to do. Gonna let it pretend that, actually, you know what, I'm going to have to place another block behind it. Boy, it's a pain in the butt running all around like this, too. Let me see, kids. Oh, good grief. I'm trying to get those dispensers out of the way, and I'm clicking the wrong dang thing. I never said I was a smart guy, right? So we'll do that guy. Now we should be able to make it do that and that. Now I think we can bash that guy out of there and get the look we're going for. Yeah, there we go. So that's going to give us that look where we can kind of peek through here, and that's what I'm wanting. See, so we have these cool little openings there, and I think I'm going to throw my purple wool behind those guys so that we'll have kind of this cool sort of this cool sort of purple base showing through there. I think that's going to look pretty good. Heck with it. We'll just get all that out of there. There we go. And we'll replace that guy with a half slab, an inverted half slab. So that gives us that. Now, do I have my purple wool with me? Yeah, good deal. So now, it might look a little funky from behind here. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure something out on the inside, but I think from the outside, let's get a little distance away from that and see what that looks like. Yeah, that's pretty cool looking. Although, you know, I'm wondering, I wonder if there'd be a way to get that down a little lower. Maybe I can do the reverse of that. I think that's going to look better. Alrighty, let's do that. That way we can get our purple wool on the bottom. I swear it's never easy, right? What's my quickest way to get that out? I should have brought my shears with me. Well, these things happen in life. We deal with them. But I am going to go ahead and place those guys because it should make it easier to place all the rest of these guys now. I think the best way is going to be to do this like that. Not like that. What's going on with those things, man? Now we'll knock him out and we'll throw our half slab down here. No, we'll throw our half slab down there. Man. Definitely going to be doing some building off camera here, guys. Otherwise, you guys are going to be hanging out with me forever here. You know, that's interesting. It actually undid what I had done, the way that these blocks lined out with it. So that's alright. No big shake, though. I think that's going to be okay, and that's kind of what I was going for, I think. Let's see what that looks like at a distance. We can kind of compare the two, and yeah, I think I like that down lower a little bit better. Basically what I'm trying to do is I want to have a bunch of leaves in here, and that's going to break up our space, I think, pretty good by doing that. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and, well, you know what, let's actually get some more of this up here so you guys can see it all before I cut away, right? Now, we got to get this thing, it's going to have to be pretty tall. So how tall is this structure over here, man? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's at least 10 blocks high. I want to be able to get up on top of that sucker too, because there's my bone meal. So we're going to actually go, let's call it 14 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should put us on par with that sucker. 11, we're going to go 12 blocks high. I think 14 might be a little bit much. And we're going to get a look and see what that looks like. Well, we'll get the other ones up here first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, that's a little too high. There we go. Alright, now, I think what I'm going to do to add a little more, yeah, that's going to be nice and tall. That's what I wanted. I wanted some real presence to this thing, man. Since this is such a kick-ass wood farm. Wow, that's going to be really tall. Yeah, we'll do some fun stuff up near the top, but this is why I have a lot of leaves, guys. Because I think what I want to do now is I think 1 block back from all that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill that in with leaves, is my goal here. So let's get this guy on the back there, and then we'll just build our way up, and we'll ender pearl down again. Oh man, 1 wasted leaf block. I guess there are no wasted leaf blocks. Bottom line is I'll at least get a sapling or something out of it, and we can use that to make more trees, right? Alright, so that gives us that. Alright, and not too bad, not too bad. Oh, now we gotta fend off the monsters again. Alright, so that's not too bad from behind, but I'm not sure I'm loving it from that perspective yet. But from here is what I'm worried about. Ah, that's kind of cool. You can kind of see through it. I think I'm going to do some more of this cool stuff up at the top there. That's going to make that feel a little shorter too, since we're so high there. So I guess it's the top 2 blocks. Yeah. So let's make sure we got all our stuff that we need to build up there. Since it's nighttime, it might not be a bad time to be blocking up anyway, right? So, alright, we want our high thing up there. Okay, I think we can figure this out. We're going to need to find some way to light this thing up here too. It's going to be dark on top otherwise, right? Okay, now, where are my dispensers? There we go. I knew they were here somewhere. No way I was coming up here without everything I needed, right? So let's take out this top block here and watch it fall down below. There we go. That's going to give us that guy and that guy. And I should have brought shears with me. I'm going to be wasting these guys. I'm not too worried about it yet. I'll probably get a pair when I'm building off cam here, but alright, let's see now. Actually, is that what I want to do that? I think that's how I want to do that. I don't know, that's how I'm doing it, right? So we're just going to go with that. And we'll see what we get out of the mix. Alright, so there's that guy. Then I want to have this guy. I guess I want to have that guy here. Is that going to be right? Yeah, I think that's going to do us. Okay, now I place that one there and that guy there. Yeah, that did it. Alright, now we just got to get up behind this thing and throw down some more purple wool. I guess we're going to be wasting some of these boys anyway, right? Yeah, we'll throw that up on here. I guess I don't need those. Oh, that was not good. Okay. Alright guys, well, I think we see where it's heading, so at least we got that going for us, right? Can I get it up there? Come on, come on, come on, come on, land up there. Oh, man. Hey, look at that, I jumped down on the other side. It's never easy, right? Maybe I can do it this direction. Here we go. Nope, that ain't gonna work. That'll work, maybe. And bring me up. Oh, God, guys. Okay, well, alright. Let's go take a look at it. I don't know if we'll be able to see everything up there to its fullest extent, but I'm not going to kill myself on camera with ender pearls, since I am dang near dead. Let's eat really fast. I got that nice big piece of dirt. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and build some more of this off camera, guys, and I will come right back with a little more of it for you to look at. Okay guys, so here we go. This is what we have ended up with here as far as the outer wall design. I really like the way that it feels. I think it's really awesome, actually. What I don't like is the see-through aspect of the leaves, so I think what I'm going to have to do, and I've already started doing it, is I think I'm going to have to put some green wool behind here, which means my walls are going to be a little thicker than I wanted them to be. But in all honesty, I might be able to just let the green wool hang out above my head. I'm not sure if I'm going to like that. It'll be easy to have this wall right here, 3 blocks wide, but I think over here is where we're going to have a challenge. It's going to end up being a 1 block wide area, which I don't know how much I care, because the bottom line is I'm going to have all this wood chop out of here, and when I chop it out, that's going to widen up considerably. So it might be something I play around with and see kind of what I think on this side. I don't want to move this wall out another block. I think that would be, first of all, a ton of terraforming work to do, and number 2, I don't know, I don't want to make this any bigger than it already is going to be. So let's get over here where we can look at it from a little higher up. Well, actually, let's just run over here really fast, and then we'll look at it from over at the base so I can show it to you. Yeah, there we are on par, and like I said, you can totally see through those leaves, but you can see down here the ones where I've got the green wool behind it. It looks pretty natural, like it's just a really thick leaf kind of a thing. And that's really kind of the feel that I'm going for. I wanted to try and find a way to marry kind of the trees that are around here, along with the logs and everything, along with the other building materials that I've been using. And I really think I like the way that is shaping up. Unfortunately, we are at probably the limit of the video. I don't want to spend too much more time on this, so I'll probably do a lot of the build off camera with getting the green wool that I've started growing down there along with my purple sheep, so that I can finish that out. So I may finish walling that out, and then in the next video we'll maybe finish off the whole dang farm and all that good stuff. But I do still need to figure out what I'm going to do on top of that thing too, some sort of a rooftop. I don't know that I want to go with something flat, but I like over on this base, but I don't want to go too peaked on that either, I don't think, just because of the size of it. So I might mess around with that some too off camera, and maybe next week we'll just be kind of showing you guys, or the next video maybe will just be me showing you kind of what I ended up with there. But we'll see. I'd like to do as much of this on camera as I can, but anyway, in the meantime, I know we're at the limit here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call that a video. If you liked what you saw, please leave a brother a like. It certainly helps out. And if you really liked what you saw, go ahead and subscribe, and I will keep putting these things out. I'm going to go ahead and cook up some more cactus green, maybe make some more green sheep, and yeah, I will catch you guys next time.